Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. We are in the north... Well, actually, I don't know if this is technically considered the North Crater. I don't think it is. Whirlwind Maze. And looks like we've got a little cutscene here. Oh, that laugh. This is incredible. Is it? Is it though? But I'll be the one who gets it. Okay, Rufus. It's where the reunion will take place. They will all gather here. I wonder if we'll see Sephiroth. Oh, you better bet your butt? Wow, that sounded weird. I feel like we're gonna see Sephiroth here. Just a theory. And I'm sticking to it. Wow, looks like I've got a bunch of master materia equipped. I'm not really sure why I wasn't swapping in new stuff, but whatevs. So here, I don't know if you want to consider this ooh, high potion and an ether. Wow, lame. Okay. This is, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's really a puzzle, but if you notice, there's like kind of like lines, like right now, where it gets hazy, and you have to cross when it's clear. Otherwise, if you try to cross and it's kind of hazy, you'll get actually into a battle and have to fight a certain enemy. I don't remember. Let's see here. I think it's the Wind Wing. I don't know if that's actually the name. Again, sometimes the names are off here on this enemy list that I'm looking at, so don't quote me on that. But anyways, it looks like some sort of winged vermin. I'm sure we'll get into a battle with one of them soon here. But, alright, so we've got what appears to be a bunch of clones making their way. Kaiser Knuckle, okay, cool. That's obviously a weapon for Tifa. I'm not sure if I end up... Oh, that thing is... It's got a lot of materia slots in it. Apparently, I'm going to equip it. I don't know if I left it on or not, but... Man, look at all this materia. Ooh, so much materia. I love it. I love it. I love it all. Oh, gosh. Alright. HP plus. Get a little... Oh my gosh. Bunch of HP pluses. Very nice. So yeah, so I went way out of my way, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. I went overboard? There we go, that sounds better. On leveling up materia, so if you're wondering why I've got so much mastered materia at this point, that's why. I spent a ton of time, and the reason being was actually I wanted to morph, you know, power sources and speed sources, and if you've been watching the other videos, you probably noticed I powered up quite a bit here. I took a little cut for whatever reason. Anyways. But yeah, so I don't know, my characters are all powered up. I think Tifa, Cloud, and Sid are all at maximum attack power because I morphed so many power sources. Same with guard sources. There's better ways to do it, or I should say maybe less time-consuming ways to do it, but at this point in the game, kind of doing it the old-fashioned way is really the only way to go about it. So that's what I did. And kind of in the meantime, I was able to obviously level up a ton of other materia at the same time. The goal was actually for me to have 3 different morph materias. And the reason for that is just because, I mean, just the fact that if you've only got one morph materia, that means only one character can attempt you know, a morph every round, and so you'd have to like skip with your other two characters. Whereas if you have a morph equipped with on every single character, then you're good to go, and you can just use morph on everybody. So this is the enemy I was talking. Yeah, it is the Wind Wing. Okay. So you'll get into a fight with these guys every time you try to cross the, I don't know, the windy areas, and it'll knock you back. So we'll see if I can make it across here without screwing up. And if you notice, there's so not only is it kind of hazy like the first area, but it's got this big green wave, I guess. And so it just makes it a little bit more difficult. Ooh, so apparently Sephiroth is killing his clones too, which seems weird. I don't know how Sephiroth can disappear like he does, but it's a pretty cool power. I mean, let's be honest. Pretty badass. Purpose is to deliver the black materia. Hey, what's going on? Yes, what is going on? Those who carry Jenova's cells. Hiya! Yeah, I don't know how you'd expect to compete with that. The guy can like disappear and reappear at will. Okay, so here's the next battle here. This should be Jenova Death. As with a lot of these, it's going to be just really easy to beat. So, I would say be careful when you use magic in this battle. I believe at times Jenova Death will cast Reflect on itself. And so if you're a big fan of using magic, you may end up reflecting some magic spells back on yourself. So again, be careful. I'm just going to use physical attacks, obviously, because my my attack stat is, or physical attack stat is through the roof, so. Alright, that's that. So that's Jenova Death. Seems so lame. But that's what happens when your characters are doing 5,000 damage every physical hit, so. I would say, you know, if you're not as crazy powered up, which it's likely that you're not at this point, Jenova Death is actually fairly easy. Again, you just gotta watch for the reflect as well. Sometimes she'll cast silence on you, I guess. I don't know that that's ever happened to me, but you know, enemy skills are always good. I love using enemy skill materia. So like White Wind, you know, when you get silenced, you know, as long as you've got White Wind on more than one materia, you should be good to go. Just because, you know, if that character happens to get silenced, you're kind of, I don't want to say boned, but it can be an issue. So having, you know, multiple characters with that on can really help. All right, so we got the black materia, and I think you have to give it to somebody here. Did I see that correctly? MP Turbo. All right. That looked like a yellow materia on the field. Like, it looked like it was a command materia, but it's not. It's an independent materia. Or, sorry. I don't think it's an independent. No, it's one of these... Gosh, I forget the name of the gray... Or, yeah, it's like gray, right? It's a gray-colored materia. I don't think it's technically independent. Let me look here. That's going to bother me. Because I think the independent are like the pink ones? Pink or red, whatever. Doop, doop, doop. Support materia. There we go. Makes sense, because it needs to be used with something else. Now, okay, so after you fight Jenova Death, on this screen specifically, you can get into some battles with Dragon Riders as well as Killbins. And it's actually a really cool place to learn or get mine sources. So I don't know if you can go into the next screen or not. Actually, I think you can. But specifically on this screen here, so if you're looking for those enemies, again, and they're the Dragon Riders or the Killbots, or Killbins, sorry, you'll want to hunt them here. And they will not appear until you defeat Jenova Death. So, you know, if you're running around this area and you're looking for them, essentially, again, they will not appear until after you've defeated Jenova Death, and only, I believe, in this specific screen. I don't think they'll ever appear in the screen, you know, before this. So, again, if you're looking for that, if that's something that you want to do, go ahead and... you know, spend a little bit of time here. To be honest, it's not a bad place to do it, especially if you've already got, you know, a bunch of different morph materials like I do. Yeah, there's a couple of other enemies here. If you notice here, we had the Iron Knight, and there's some Wind Wings in here as well, but I think that might be it. So the good thing is there's a really good chance that you'll run across the enemy. I'd say probably a 50% rate. That's my guess anyway. That you'll run into the enemy that you want. So keep that in mind. So that's why I'm actually just going to run around here a little bit and try to run into a battle with some Killbins. I think that's what I'm trying to do anyway. And I keep getting unlucky here and running into these lame enemies that don't have mine sources, or can't be morphed into mine sources, I should say. And so that's another one more thing that I wanted to add about you know, just morphing in general is it's nice, especially if you notice, like, if you can spend a little bit of time getting those power sources, because again, just the very nature of morph and how it works, it can be kind of a pain in the butt to, you know, not be able to do a whole lot of physical damage. And you know, obviously, it's just going to make your morph experience worse if you can't morph, you know, with multiple characters, and if your characters are just kind of weak, because, you know, obviously you're not going to do as much damage. So, you know, but at the end of the day, probably not that big of a deal. There's other ways to go about it as well. Things like laser. If you've got that enemy skill, laser will take off literally half of the HP of an enemy, which can be kind of nice. Obviously, then you can you know, use laser, and you can use it multiple times on the same enemy just to keep hacking down their HP. Oof, excuse me there. All right, so another Dragon Rider. Unfortunately, I just really want to get into a fight with some Killbins here, but I'm not having very much luck. But that's okay. There's another mine source. So mine source, I think that increases your magic resistance, right? I think. Yeah, because a magic source is what actually... Yeah, raises spirit. There you go. So that's going to... spirit is going to increase your magic defense. Now, that being said, one kind of interesting thing about this game, and I actually mentioned it in one of the videos way earlier is that, oh, maybe I didn't, run into any kill bins. That seems weird. I know I wanted to, so I guess I'd be surprised if I continued on here. Well, I guess we'll see. But anyways, what was I saying there? Yes, so spirit. It's important to know, and again, I did mention this a long time ago in one of the other videos, but the magic defense on your armor doesn't actually do anything for you. So things like actually I think the wizard bracelet, ironically here being that I've got one equipped on Tiva, I think the wizard bracelet actually has a really good magic defense stat, but unfortunately because of a bug in this game, the magic defense stat actually doesn't do anything. So again, the only way to actually raise your character's magic defense is with that, or by raising your spirit stat. Other than that, I mean, things like Big Guard, or you know, there's like I think the shield materia in the game's got a way to increase your magic defense, but things like that. So it'd be buffs in battle, but or otherwise, again, your just your spirit stat. So again, keep that in mind. And then here we've got the final, I don't know, whirlwind puzzle type thing here, and this took me a couple of shots to get across because I'm getting old, and right there I could have gone. There we go. There we okay, that took way less time than I remembered. But all right, so I would say keep in mind though, once you leave this area, there's no way to get back. So if you're interested in morphing, you know, especially those mine sources, again, keep in mind that they're not going to be available forever, unfortunately, and this area will not be accessible after this point. So you have been told, you have been educated, I don't know, however you want to say that. Nibelheim. What the hell? Why Nibelheim? That's what Sid sounds like to me. He's trying to confuse us. Ah, yes. Okay. So this is where things get a little bit more interesting, storyline-wise. It's sort of plot twisty. Okay. Alright, let's go. So this is similar to the flashback sequence at the beginning of the, well, I shouldn't say the beginning of the game, way back in Calm. And who is this fellow? Stop, Sephiroth. Stop it. This is so stupid. Is it? Alright, so that was obviously not Cloud. It's just an illusion. Don't worry about it. This is terrible. So what actually happened 5 years ago, but it's probably not me that's going to come out of the Shinra Mansion. It's going to try to show us another stupid illusion. Well, there you go. This dude does definitely not have the same hair as Cloud, although let's be honest, he looks a little bit like, I almost want to say like Sonic type hair, right? Or, I don't know. It looks awesome either way. Check this house, you check that one over there. Okay. Hey, listen, I know what you want to say. What do you want to say, dude? I don't know what he wants to say. That I wasn't in Nibelheim 5 years ago. That's it, isn't it? So you finally understand. trying to say is that you want to confuse me, right? I don't know that you would actually spell out your plan like that, but okay. Pain in my heart. Just a puppet. You have no heart and cannot feel any pain. How can there be any meaning in the memory of such a being? What I've shown you is reality, but you, but, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, what you remember, that's the illusion. Okay. I missed what he said there. What are you doing, dude? I don't want to understand. Okay. Why are you doing this? Yes, Sephiroth, why are you doing this? Hojo would die if he knew. What does he have to do with me? 5 years ago, you were constructed by Hojo piece by piece. Puppet made up of vibrant Jenova cells. An incomplete Sephiroth clone, not even given a number. That's your reality. Oh, man. Okay, so whether or not Sephiroth is telling the truth here or not, we will find out. I'm not going to give it away. Kids together, starlit nights. Huh, okay. I wonder what happens here if you don't have Tifa in your main party. I don't think I've ever been through this area without bringing her with. So I'm kind of wondering if she's just here automatically. I would guess, because I don't know how this... I don't think this scene would make a whole lot of sense if she wasn't here, so... That's why you shouldn't be so scared, no matter what anyone else says to me. It's your attitude that counts. Okay. Okay. Side of you, Jenova has merged with Tifa's memories, creating you. Out of Tifa's memory. Okay, so a little bit confusing here, which I think is Sephiroth's real plan, I guess, or intent. There we go. I think that's just Sephiroth's intent. It's just to confuse Cloud. There was no way he would know. Now, what happened to that picture? Oh, yes. Turned out pretty good. Cloud, don't look at it. Don't look at the picture. Dun dun dun. Definitely not Cloud. Just as I thought. Town hadn't changed at all. What did I do? To Tifa's room there, I played the piano. Looked in the drawers. He did. Freaking pervert. I don't know if this scene changes there too. If you don't look in her drawers. Like if you just go to the piano. I'm not sure. When did I enter Soldier? How did I join Soldier? Alright. So Cloud's got some memory issues here. Didn't have to worry about it because I was A baller? Okay. I get he's claiming he's alright, so he must be alright then. Okay. That's amazing. Is Hojo claiming that the promised land is imaginary? Is that what he was saying there? Excuse me. What the? Weapon, then it really does exist. Oh boy. Weapon, monsters created by the planet. I kind of wish that they would have named them something else. But, weapon it is. Here, right here. Keep a lot of things to yourself. That he does. That dude is one crazy mofo. Cloud and the others, all right? I don't know. All right, so this is, I gave Barrett the black materia, I believe. Although it doesn't really matter who you pick, Barrett or Red. The story ends up the exact same way. Or the events play out the same way. I wonder what happens, though, if you have Barrett and Red in your main party. I kind of wonder what happens then. It probably doesn't matter one bit, but... Tifa. Okay. Something's weird here. Okay. Cloud's in trouble. Please come help us. No, don't do it. It's a trap. I don't know what's going on, but let's just get on with it. Yeah, let's get it on. I don't think that's what he meant. And remember what, dude? Let's get on with the dialogue here. Man, I'm just the worst. Let's go. Come on. Let's do it. The black materia. Aha. I knew it. Well, what happened there? Man, Sephiroth's got some pretty crazy powers. Let's be real here. Mr. President, I've got a bad feeling about this place. Wow, that was supposed to be Scarlet. I tried to do my Scarlet voice and it didn't come out right at all. I'm just kidding, I don't have a Scarlet voice. To prepare for the inspection anyway? Okay, let's do that. Whatever that means. And apparently, I don't know, did any of these guys not, or did anybody notice the gigantic eyeball that was kind of like opening up behind them? I mean, if I saw something like that, I think I would have an accident in my pants, but I mean, I don't think I'd be hanging around though either. Hey, where'd you come from? Well, you know, I've been around. Don't know. Okay, creepy. Man, I gotta stop doing this, or stop making these videos when I'm all distracted. It's these long periods of not interacting with the dialogue, or progressing with the dialogue, get really annoying. This place is going to get rough. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a brawl, baby. Things to you? I don't know what you mean. It's where the reunion is happening, where everything begins and ends. Wow, that's prophetic, I guess. Hey, we're here to help you. Barrett, what are you doing here, you jerk face? We don't need your help. Get lost, you bum. Super mean to Barrett. Thanks, Barrett. Where's the black materia? It's safe, I have it. Take it from here. Give me the black materia. Oh, Barrett blew it. Please wait just a little longer. I think that's supposed to be Tifa's voice. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes it's odd. Or it's either that or it's like his actual voice. Because I think sometimes Cloud obviously can't control himself. Obviously, you know, just giving Sephiroth the black materia the first time, and now taking it essentially from Barrett again. Means that my experiment was a complete success. What number were you? Huh? Where's your tattoo? Professor Hojo, I don't have a number. You didn't give me one because you said I was a failed experiment. What the? You mean only a failure made it here? Professor, please give me a number. Shut up, miserable failure. Oh, Hojo. So mean. Poor Cloud. And apparently now Cloud can fly. Who is that? He's a Sephiroth clone I created after the real Sephiroth died 5 years ago. Jenova cells and Mako, with my knowledge and skills, have been combined with science and nature to bring him to life. Not wild about the failure part, but the Jenova reunion theory has now been proven. You see, even if Jenova's body is dismembered, it will eventually become one again. I've been waiting for the reunion to start. 5 years have passed. And the clouds began to Madgar, about the protection, but itself began to move away from the Shinra building. Okay. So apparently Hojo kind of knew that this was going to happen. And he wants to manipulate... Okay, so Sephiroth wants to manipulate the clones to make them do what he wants, essentially. I didn't know that was Sephiroth was at their final destination. I wasn't pursuing Sephiroth. I was being summoned by Sephiroth. So here Cloud's kind of losing it. All the anger and hatred I bore him made it impossible for me to ever forget him. And I brought you the black materia. So again, now Cloud's got some issues here. You know, he's talking about he doesn't know if he was pursuing Sephiroth or if he was summoned. You know, I think that's up to your perception. I feel like he was pursuing, and that's probably the official story as well. And it's just now he's pretty confused, obviously, about really what's going on and whether or not he has control of himself and all that. So, anyways, what's going on here? What this means, don't you? Sephiroth is going to summon Meteor, and every single person is going to die. What's Hojo doing with his arms? Yo, Cloud, knock it off. Yeah, quit floating. Come back. Come back down here. There we go. So my impression here is that Cloud doesn't always have control of his body. Obviously, the Jenova cells seem to take over at certain points. And I don't know what's going on with Sephiroth here, but that looks creepy. I don't know what happened to his legs, but I feel like legs are pretty useful. So that's a pretty bad loss. Although maybe not for a person that can just float around anyway. I guess now that I think about it, maybe those legs really aren't all that useful to him. But alright, so there's some craziness going on. The weapons, I believe, here are waking up. Sephiroth is doing his thing. Apparently is about to summon Meteor. My impression with these weapons now here too is that they're made by the planet to protect the planet. The only thing I don't really get is why they don't attack Sephiroth, because he's a pretty major threat right now. So again, not really sure, but maybe the weapons just aren't very smart. Whoa! That was a weird scene. It looked like Tifa was falling over the railing, and then she's actually just falling onto the deck. All right, so if you notice there's is it 4 weapons? I think it's 4. There's Ultima weapon, Diamond weapon, Ruby weapon, and Emerald weapon. I think those are the only ones. I'm trying to remember if there's a 5th one. I don't think so though. But some of the most powerful enemies in the game. Not I don't know what's actually technically the biggest, baddest enemy in the game. I feel like it's Ruby weapon, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. But actually, 2 of them are completely optional. Actually, maybe even 3 of them. I think Diamond Weapon is the only one that you absolutely have to kill. I don't think you have to kill the other 3. I think they're, again, I'm fairly certain that they're completely optional. Excuse me. All right. Didn't know what to do. I was always like that. Always like what? What's the matter? All right. Okay, so obviously this is a flashback now. I don't know as far as timeline exactly when this happens, but I feel like this scene here must take place shortly before the very beginning of the game. So when we're first teaming up with Avalanche and Barret and so on and so forth. Again, I'm not sure exactly how much earlier this takes place, this scene here. But obviously Cloud appearing in Midgar and apparently 5 years after the events at Nibelheim. It's really been a long time. Actually, it's been 7 years. Okay, so even longer than we initially thought here. Something's wrong. I felt there was something strange about the things you talked about, all the things you didn't know that you should, and other things you should know that you didn't. I wanted to make sure, but then I heard you were going far away. And I didn't want that. I didn't know what to do, so I thought I needed more time. That's why I told you about the Avalanche job. I wanted to be with you and watch you. So Tifa knows something happened to Cloud, not really sure exactly what it was. But in order to try to figure things out, she kind of suggested, you know, teaming up with Avalanche and, you know, in an effort to keep him close and perhaps figure out exactly what happened. Okay, lovely white screen. Let's let's get going here, buddy. I think I didn't realize that I needed to interact. There we go. Okay, so Tifa waking up here. Ding. And Barrett here in some room, I don't know. The glare. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Been asleep for a long time. Oh, someone was all tuckered out. I'm hungry. Me too. Hey, why don't you ask? Alright. Don't know what happened to Cloud. How long was I asleep? 7 days? Dude, I don't think that's sleeping. I'm pretty sure that's considered a coma. I mean, I feel like I can sleep an impressive amount of time. But really, anything over, like, even 24 hours, I mean, I don't even know if I've ever been able to sleep that long, and I've tried, trust me. But, pretty sure 7 days is considered a coma. Anyways, alright. I see some legendary monster from the past. Weapon is protecting Sephiroth. What? That doesn't make sense. I don't know, he's right there tearing shit up. Right now, Rufus is fighting it, and I gotta say, he's got guts. I don't know. Does he really? If you say so, buddy. Again, though, I don't know how much sense it makes that weapon would be protecting Sephiroth. My impression is that the weapons are here to protect the planet. So maybe I'm just wrong on that, but I thought that was why they were. I thought they were created by the planet, first of all. And, you know, would then wake up when the planet was in trouble. But again, I don't know. And who knows? Maybe Sephiroth has some way of controlling them. I don't know. Maybe that will be explained, and maybe not. What going to do to Cloud? Sephiroth's alter ego meteor has been summoned. Essentially, it's all but over now. So there's no need for you now. Maybe there is an important task for you. Preparations for the public execution are complete. Oh, man. I thought we were going to be friends. You are to be executed for causing this situation? Really? So it's our fault now? Take back what little praise I had for this jackass. Enjoy your last moments together. Well, see you later. Enjoy your execution. Peace out. I'm out of here. Me and my white suit are off. I'll tie your arms now. Alright, so I'm going to save my game. We've got that was a lot of cutscenes and storylines. So definitely a good idea to save your game. But as always, I hope this guide was helpful and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.